Okay, so today is our last day in our 7-day marathon in reviewing of IPC and then what we expect you to do. Just like you rightly said about the testimony of people who are doing it, yes, we appreciate that. Even one who said he started with just $200 and is now having a portfolio of, having a lot of money in the back office and is making money as well, building it up to $10 million. $10 million in total sales, and he has $10,000 in the account trading for her. But she started with 200 just because she wanted to build it and to take it to the next level. So how I wish, but that person is not in our community. How I wish she's here. She's in this place. She would have just used that to do a lot of things in the crypto space. Sincerely, you just have a lot of that money and put it in crypto and allow it for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You'll be amazed to yourself. So that's why we are doing this, just to make sure that we do fine. So just like we always do, every day I always get a little deeper to make sure that those who are here newly, they will get something out of it. Now there's something I want you to understand. Now for the people who are in the United States, there's one country that when it comes to financial matters, we dread them so much, and that is United States. If you are not properly registered in the United States as a broker or something, you see that broker will be hiding or something. And it's hard to get it done. So that's one thing. So there is what we call the US Digital Assets Regulatory License Body. We call them the money service business. Any money servicing business must be registered under this Digital Asset Regulatory License. So the US NSB, which is the Money Service Business License, is a financial license supervised and issued by FinCEN, the Federal Crime Enforcement Bureau. It's an agency under the US Department of the Treasury. So it is a license for businesses and companies engaging in financial services. Companies engaging in related businesses must apply for an NSB license in order to legally engage in digital asset management and transactions. So no matter where you are being regulated or everything, or whatever license you get, every other places, if you don't have this, that means United States people cannot do that business. That's just the truth. That means VPN need to be used. So this US Digital Assets Regulatory License, NBS registration, they put the information here. These are registration license, everything. What legal name, Intelligence Prime Capital. They didn't use another name. So what are the activities? They are dealers in foreign exchange and money transmitter. And there's a link given to you here that you can go and then we'll start putting these things. Oh, so now maybe if we decide to go there now, we'll just click on it. Okay, it's trying to close. I didn't open it in another browser. So if you go to, this is the place now. All I have to do is just to copy this. I didn't open it in another browser. Put it in this place, put the legal name and every other thing and search. It will show me. But now let's see how we do it because of today is our final day. So I think I have to make it up for us. Let me open it in another browser so that we all will be seeing it. I'm going to copy. What did they say? This is the registration number. So this is something that makes people use it. When we tell you about what we researched on before we decide to do this, it's not something that maybe we just, the registration number is this. Okay, I have to put it here. You paste it. That's the registration number. Then the legal name, which they said. What did they say is their legal name? The legal name is Intelligent Prime. So they didn't use another name, and then maybe they will tell you we use another name to open in America. We use another name. Yes, they will call it registration name and operating name. Have you seen that before? We've seen such things before. They will say our registration name is like this, our legal name is this one. So you use another thing to register and you use another thing to operate. That is not right. So what's the activities and all that? So now registration type, initial registration. So let me see, I want to see if there's any other thing I can put. Okay, the team will get it by itself. So I now have to search. So when you search this thing and then it will You said the number must be, you said the MBA registration number must be 14-digit number system. Okay, maybe I made a mistake on that because I've searched it before. Okay, let me copy properly. So that I'll search and see. That's the reason why in US, people use it without any VPN. You don't need to use VPN to get it done. You just open up the account there. I've had a lot of people in the US because that's one thing that US people are afraid of. Are you getting? So now when you look at it now, look at this intelligent crime here. Look at the name, is the legal name is showing, the address, the street address is showing here, and then the city, Denver, and all that, and every other thing, and the cities where they can operate is showing that. But now let me see if I can open it up because of time, open Firefox. Let me open it and see if you just open up well, so that you now see. Look at it now. Okay, the MBA, this is the number that I sent out. This is the registration, legal name, it's the same thing, Intelligence Prime Limited. So now the street address, this is the address for the register with City, Denver, Colorado, and all that. So now what are the activities? Their registration in foreign exchange and transmitter. So which state can they operate? All the states in the United States, they can operate there. So they give them the right to operate in all these states. This is almost all the states in the United States. So there's no state in the United States now that they will ask them, you need to use VPN to operate. And because when you use VPN, that means the US is not accepted. So if anything happens to you, the US have a way of pushing people even to the gate of hell. Once you are regulated in United States, you can operate. But once you're operating in United States and you do anything wrong, they can pursue you to the gate of hell. So the regulation is stiff. That's why to register, even as a broker, dealer in foreign exchange and every other thing, that is the hardest to do registration in the United States. But these people got it done. They got it done, not gimmicks. They got it done. So with that, we just look at it. But we are not saying all this, okay, now we're not giving you financial advice, go and do this and another, but we're trying to show you this thing to prove the reason why we decide to do it. That we are not like other marketers that just go and see something, oh, this one is paying, or maybe this one is now. We are looking for another company to come so that we will not be the one to now champion it. We don't champion things. When things are okay, we look at it. If it's fine, we launch it. We begin to talk about it because we are seeing something. Not that you come, you do shabby registration, no regulation, no nothing. The next thing you say, come, take your community, build it in Nigeria, let's do this, my money is in Nigeria. No, not that. That's not our way. So we go deeper. I just want to show the United States own, so that those who are, because I've been asking that questions, and I felt that today I will start with that, just to show you that there is so much to this. That's why we are moving out to say, let's use this to raise funds for our people to put back into crypto, to put back into building your dreams. Are you getting? What kind of business do you want to open? Are you getting? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of things, real estate, do you want to own? What type of land do you want to get for agriculture? What kind of portfolio do you want to build in crypto? What kind of future do you want to give to your children? All you just have to look at it and think, okay, this is what I want to do, and come with us, and let's start with a goal. And with a company that we have seen that these people are, these are brokers, fully registered, not just in any country. They registered in the top tier countries of the world. Australia is one of the top tier countries. Then United States of America is what is the toppest, is top of the top. Then Canada is there. So when you look at all these things, it's something that, but that does not make it, every business have its own risk. Are you getting? No matter how good it looks, but we always calculate to be sure that we cut off our risk. How do you cut the risk? By knowing that what you are doing looks good. Everything looks fine. The arrangement is okay. That means this is a real business. Okay, let me invest my money. You have cut off the risk because you did a lot of research. If anything happens, you say, well, I didn't just throw my money like a fool. They just told me this thing works, and then the next thing I put my money. That makes you look like No, you're not a businessman, but a businessman always research. A businessman look at the intrinsic value of whatever he wants to invest in. The same way you invest in crypto. We don't go into a company, they just come up and begin to, no, we look at the company, we look at the fundamentals, look at their mission, look at, okay, what are they, what is the developer's objectives, what are they going from here? So that we now, okay, let's put our money. And then, you know, before you know, some of them will just do 10x, 100x, 1000x. And at times you look at it, it looks so good, you put it and then it didn't go up as fast as you expected. That's business for you. So we want you to have that business mindset because we are building you to become a businessman. But is it worth trying? Yes, absolutely worth it to try. But is it worth something, okay, that I will give you a guarantee that no business I can give you guarantee on. But when I see a business that is worth trying, I say, let's go. Because me, I'm all in, but with a vision, with a mission, and with a purpose. And that's what we want you to do. So that's why I decided to do it today, for us to know. Now, the one thing I want us to talk about today is, now we've discussed so many things. There's a lot for us to talk today because we are rounding up today and there's no other time than today. So we have a lot, but now we've not told you about, how, for those of you who decide to invest in it and then start making money every day and putting into crypto, no problem. Then for those of you who are looking for, okay, this thing is good. I have my brother, I have my sister somewhere, I have my friend who have been looking for where legitimate place to put his or her money that will be able to now, try to, because even Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a system that will make money for you while you sleep, you work till the day you die. So, but we are looking for legitimate. That means it's multiplication. And for you to multiply money, you must invest it. And you can invest it into things that you work actively or things that will just work it for you. And this is one of them that will work it for you. So you can decide to tell someone about it. You have something to gain if you do that. So you need to know that. And that's why I'm going to open up to show you how. Now let me get to that point. I'm going to open up. There are things I'm not interested in. That's not my own. I just want to get to show something about those who want to really push the business and how they want to take it to an every other. So let me just check and now give you a preview. We all know the price of the boat. We already know that the one that we're buying is Janus boat, and all of us are aware of that. We'll still go back to the back office. But now, when you decide to buy, is that what we call sponsor bonus? For those of you who wants to go out there, that's the way I want to talk about now. Yes, there's what we call sponsor bonus. And the sponsor bonus for the boat, and then for the people that invested, but that's on the first level. They don't do level 1, level 2, another, because it's capital. And that capital has to go into trading. That's another thing I checked, and I found out that I would have been in, that business you just bring in, they will say they have almost 15 levels of referral commission. More especially all these people that say they want to trade for you in crypto, they always do 15 levels referral commission, and then they have a binary commission. They have this money that you want to use to go and trade. And somebody paid, almost all the money is gone in paying commissions. Which one are you now using to do the trade? Are you getting what I mean? So it makes it confusing because when you come, because you are the one who brought the person, depend on your level. Are you getting? So you get a percentage for the boat, just one, bring that 10% for you, and then for the money that the capital that the person put in for trade, depends on your level. Based on what I'm seeing, this is where I want you to look at now, as I want to show you that. Because they really do a lot of things right, and they have to because they are being watched. So I'm not surprised at some of the things they do because they are really regulated. And if you are that, you need to be very careful, more especially America. You need to be very careful with them so that you don't get into trouble. So now you look at this now. If you are a leader, maybe you are going to get 5%. Supervisor will get 6%. If a manager, senior manager 7%, department manager 7%, regional manager 9%, and then managing director and shareholders get 10% of whatever that goes on. That's in the first level, remember? Not in every level, just your first level. So which means if your second level person brings somebody, you will not gain anything. You will not. You will do that. There's nothing you get because the money is for investment. So it's going straight to trade. The person just, okay, this is what you get because you, but depends on who you have become in the system. That determines how much you make on each one. So that is it. So now the point now remains, how do I become all these things? I know that's the question you will ask. So, and I'm ready to answer that question now. So that's what we want to answer. How do you become this? So now we'll go to this one now, this way. Let me go here to open it up to show you how to become that. I have them here and I want you to look at, if you're using your phone, you can zoom up well and all that ranks now. So when it talks to, there's what we call, there are three things, A and B, A to Z, that B to we have here. This is A to B, A to C. The A to C is that one thing, your personal investment. When we are talking about personal investment, this is your personal trading capital in your empty form. That's remove the money for the board. That does not matter. That's not part of it. Remove the money for the board. That's for this one, personal investment. So when we talk about personal sales, these are people that you register directly. Remember, the people I'm addressing to are those who wants to go out there to tell someone about it. But let me tell you one thing. Even if you don't want to, when you see something that is good, you'll be forced to tell your friends, except you don't love them. I didn't know this thing is like this, but when I did all my research about this company and every of their regulations and registrations, I didn't want to really go out there and talk about it. But it'd be like, the thing is just doing me somehow as if I'm having a change of mind. Not that I'm going to be going to do seminars and all that. Even if I go to do that, I talk about crypto and talk about cash flow and show them the cash flow system to put into crypto. That's IPC, because I will flow very well in crypto than this. But yet I have a lot of research done on this. So I can talk about it very well. But I have flair for crypto. It's in my mouth, it's in my blood, it's in everything I do. So when I talk about it, I talk about it so fluently and easily. Are you getting? But based on what I'm seeing, it's as if, man, I need to talk to people about it. People need to get liberated. Nigeria is getting bad, hard by the day. People need to come up and do something to make money. I'm seeing something that I think, wow, with these regulations and everything they have, this one, I still believe will go a long way to help a lot of people. So you may not want to do that, but let me tell you, when we begin to see a lot of things happening, you may decide to do. So listen to me even if you don't want to. So we have your personal investment, we have your personal sales, and then we have the group sales. Now the group sales, now we talk about both your personal sales and the sales of people who registered under you and registered under those people and registered under those people that you don't even know. To an extent, maybe you have people, maybe you use online to market and you have people in Egypt, you have people in, because this thing is going everywhere, international. And the reason why people are doing that is because of mainly their registration in US and their brokerage and every other thing they do both in Australia and Canada. It makes them to want to really go out for it. So now, so you listen, because you may have a change of mind tomorrow. So now that's what so now let's talk about these personal sales and all that. How does it work as we continue to move on in this discussion? So now we are going to go into the ranking. So now we have what we call a leader, remember that. So when you are a leader, is that you have at least a personal, for you to become a leader, you have at least a personal investment of $100. And then you have a personal sales of 500 and a group sales of 1,000. Now see the way it is. Once you have $100, let's say you have $100, and you have somebody that registered under you with $1,000, you're already a leader. So that means your personal sales and your sales of other people is equal to group sales. So whether the sales come from you directly or it come from other people, it's calculated. But this personal sales, more especially now, is that maybe you have one person who is doing all the work and you are not doing anything personally. That's where the thing will affect you when you continue to grow forward in the business. But now let's look at the supervisor aspect of it. That's the second one after leader. How do you become a supervisor? You must have a personal investment of $500. That's the minimum, at least you must have that. And then you have what we call personal sales of 1,000 and a group sales of 3,000. So it's just very simple to move to the ranks and start making money. That's why a lot of people within 3 months become shareholders and sharing money from the company. So it looks so simple because as I look at it, it didn't look like anything because it's so simple and easy. So, but when you register and maybe other people are registering, you are not getting anything. If you don't have a lot of money, because that time is only first level. Maybe somebody is registering on your second level, you are not making any money, but you are going to make money. I'm going to show that, but you are not making direct referral commission based on the investment of the person. It can be frustrating. You just look at, I'm not seeing any money and all that. No, because you don't understand it. That's why I want to show you. Don't make any money. You say, some person just called me that he wants to put somebody and the person registered with $5,000 and I didn't get anything. You will not get anything. Both for the boat and both for the investment because the money is for trade. And I appreciate that. That's one of the reasons I even value them because I've seen where you just see money coming into your account from different levels. You don't know where the money comes from. This money is for trade. If it is money maybe like in crypto now, that we know that the money is not even for trading, it's not for this, it's for you are buying, ICO, you are buying this or something, and the money, so you can be shared that. But if you are trading with it, you don't need to share the money too much because money needs to go into the trade. And the boats don't have to use just ordinary paper to trade. You use money to trade. Financial market don't know paper. What they know is money. You get it. So that's it. So now let's move to senior manager. Now, all you need to do personal investment. Remember, we said that the minimum at least you do is 1,000. So now that makes you to at least you are okay for a senior manager. And you get it. Then you can upgrade your account later as you continue to go. So you have a personal sale. Maybe 3 people put 3,000 under you. You have already made a personal sale. So as those things continue, before you know, 10,000 has come in. The thing is so simple and so easy. And then you have made 10,000, then you become a senior manager. So simple. So now let's move down again to other places after the senior manager. What do you get? We have what we call departmental manager. So how do you become a departmental manager? Remember, that's the 4th level ranking. Departmental manager, you must at least invest $3,000. Then you have personal sales, maybe five people that just put up $5,000. And then you have a group sales, maybe all those people that 5 that registered or 10, you registered or 20. That was why we said if you can make it 10, 15, 20 people that are registered, if you really want to build a business, so that you'll be able to now move in. All fingers are not equal. Everybody may not reach up to these levels, but aspire to it. I don't know, we should stop waking up as an accident. We should just plan ourselves. What do we want to do this year? How much do you really need to build the things you want to build, to set up that business you want to set up that shopping complex you are thinking about, to set up that eatery center, to build that your crypto portfolio, to buy that Bitcoin that you are looking for to buy? What do you think you can? How much do you think you need? And how can you put it into plan and then find a way to work it out here? So that at the end of this year, we start talking about success. And then we begin to point at things that I've done. I don't know, because when you belong to this team with the kind of drive that we have and the kind of way we want to get you out, and you don't have that same mentality, no matter what happens, it's to every man according to his faith. I don't know what you believe in. I don't know what your dreams are. I don't know what your thoughts are, even as I'm presenting this thing right now. But I want you to listen to me so that your mind can start, creating pictures on what you need to do, who you need to see, how you need to go, what you need to achieve, how you need to go this year. The year is just starting. Thank God this is just March. And we have a long, long way to go. It may not be that long, but we still have a long way to go before now to December. So now when you got to your personal sales of 5,000, so you need to have a group sales of 30,000. I want you to imagine that. Then the next one that you have to go is the regional manager. The regional manager, you have at least in an investment of 5,000. So which means if you have investment of 1,000, always think of how you will compound to get to the next phase because of where you want to go. Don't stay at 1,000 and say, look, I just want to stay at 1,000, make $80 or $100 or how much I'm making every week. It's okay for me. Please stop thinking like, to live a mediocre life. We have to just get it big. Think big as a man thinketh in his heart. So easy. So we have personal sales here of 10,000. Are you getting? And then 100,000, that's group sales. Remember, personal sales and group sales all count together to make a regional manager. So now let's move to the last two. I think the last two. Not the last two before I talk about the benefit. Yes, this is the last two. This is the people who make all the money in this place. Every month they share money. Every month. Because what the company makes is commission. So every month they make commission, then they share some of the commission with the managing directors and the shareholders. So it's not that they didn't even start it from the beginning. I just heard that they started it this year by telling the people, okay, there's something they are going to do, because they have seen the money they are making from the commission and decided, okay, for these people to continue, because they know that before you know, some people will just find another big thing. There's something happening here, all of them will move to. And the able broker need money to be in the system for them to be able to make money. So what's the wise thing to do is to keep the people there by making sure that they bring in this money, because the more money they put into trade, the more commission they can make. They don't make money from your capital. They don't make money from anything. So all they just want to do, apart from the little money they make from the boat, the main money comes from the trade commissions. So it has to continue to come so that they will push it to trade. That's the kind of broker they are. So now they decided, okay, let's keep these people, that money we are making every month, let's share some with the managing directors and the shareholders. So how do you become a managing director and a shareholder? It's simple. Personal investments. That means this is your highest investment if you don't want to put more, $10,000. Now you have a personal sales of 30,000 and then a group sales of 300,000. This can be done as fast as for you to become a managing director here. And this is that you are sure that every month, you are making money every week. I'm going to show you how the weekly ones happen. But you are sure that every month, total amount of thousands of dollars come to you. And maybe you just come, every weekend, the market just always go down. You just pump it into one market and then keep it. Maybe you just pump it into one coin like this and then go and take the coin and forget about it. And say, okay, next month, I'm going to use it. The one I'm getting next month is for this coin. I'll buy it and I stake it and forget about it. Okay, this one, if I get it, okay, I'll use this one for my family, do this one, and then buy things for my children and all that, and school fees. The other one, I throw it into one coin and lock it up. Listen to me, in the next 1 year, 2 years, when somebody see you, you'll be amazed at you, will be amazed at yourself. And that is the truth. So now, when we come to this on the shareholder, the same thing is 10,000 personal investment. Then we have personal sales of 100,000, and then group sales of 1 million. That's highest. But I see one little girl that just used $200 and now have a group sales of 10-point-something million. And I was just like, when I was talking about it, I said, wow, people to put this thing into crypto or big this thing, they will not, because people are looking for where they will put money and the money works for them. And when you show them a good research of a good system, that even them will not believe it more than you because of what you showed them. The reason why some people are not really doing this well is because they've never come down to do a research. They never come down to see what is this thing all about. Because if you do that, it will help a lot of people to say, okay, wow, let me go in, because there are people who are willing to go all out. And they are risk takers because they know that without risk, you can't amass wealth. There's no risk taker. There's no No risk taker that will have something. If you don't take risks, forget about it. If you don't take risks, you fail. You say, oh, maybe I never failed before. Yeah, because you already failed by default. So now let's quickly, because of our time, today is our final time, except something happened and we decided to shoot it again. But now what's your benefit? Everybody wants to know. I've shown you what you need to do. So you need to know what's your benefit again right now, right? As a leader, once you become a leader, you'll be earning 30% of the profit. The downlines make that 30% of that 20%. And all that of the downline. That's what you do. But now, once you become a supervisor, remember that every money that you make, 20% is taken and the 20% is turned to 100%. So now, a supervisor, you make 30% of all the profit on level 1 and 20% of all the profit. Remember, the company only make money through commission. The commission is what they are sharing. And they share 71% of the profit of the commission. And then take the other one. Are you getting? And then give to me. So you now look at the 30% of all the profit in level 1 and 20% of all the profit in level 2. So that means if you're a leader, you can only earn in level 1. So if there are people who are trading, who are in level 2, you can't earn because a leader don't have that right. And then when you look at it, you need to get it all done so that you get to the level, the supervisor. Then after supervisor is the manager, the senior manager. Now you have 30% of all the profit level 1, 20% of the profit level 2, 10% of all the profit in level 3. So once you become a senior manager, you move to level 3. Now you move to departmental manager, department manager. Now you have first level, second level, third level, fourth level, 5% of fourth level and to sixth level. That's what you get. Now, if you go to become a regional manager, you get 30% of the profit. You may say it's small because if the people don't make this, they take 20% and divide it and go. But let me tell you, when people get so big, you'll be amazed at the amount that is coming to you, because I've seen the paychecks of those who are here, and I was just like, these people need to put this thing to good use, because they are just making money and they feel, okay, wow, this is it. So now when you get to the regional manager, you have first level, the same thing, second level, third level, you're having fifth level, fourth to sixth, and then 3% of all profit in level 7 to 9. So you now go to 9%, 9 levels deep. So the director will move up to 14 levels deep, then the shareholders will go to 15 levels deep. I think it's 15 levels deep, I don't know, 20 levels deep. Yeah, 1% of this one. That's why they give 1% up to 20 levels deep. That's what it is. So all you just need is to make a decision. But now remember, you can put in money. There are many people like that. They don't put in money, they don't want to tell anybody about it. But I feel that if you see something good, you have friends, you have family, you have this thing. We've had a lot of good stories about this company, and the story is even just starting, because with what we have seen, what I've seen, the research we've made, and every other thing, I believe the story is just starting. And maybe by this time next year, by His grace, we will still be talking about the stories. And some people may not hear about this thing till next year. That's when they will start. So don't feel that the time is late, because people, almost 3,000 people are joining the program every day. If you go to check now, how many people that have joined, because yesterday, I don't know, it was 230 that joined. Yes, it was about 230. So we can go and check and see what happened, if it's there, and then to see. Let me see how many that joined, because 230. All right, so people are joining every day. So let's go to subscription. It's about 230. All right, so 233,306, so almost another 4,000 every day. So let me say 3,000. Oh, it's 3,000 plus, but let's call it 3,000. I've already joined. It's 230 right now. So that means the thing is still expanding. Because I asked, one thing I asked the company when I said, are you people ready for this thing to get to 1 million? Your capacity for 1 million, 2 million, 3 million of people using this boat. how sure is this boat going to work? Because I'm sure this thing is going to get to millions. And we are moving to 3, 4, 5, 6 million. They said the boat, and he said the more money we use in trading, the better for all of us. That is it. That's their business. So more people are, so don't feel this is 233, 200 and this in 33,000. How many people are in Nigeria? In Lagos alone, sir. That's our dots in Lagos. How many people are in Nigeria? How many people are all over the world? So we have not gotten there, but when they continue to keep their pace going, so some people say, well, I've been doing this thing for a long time, it's late, Joe. Let me just forget. Oh, yeah, stay. Then by next year, you say, I wish I would have joined that time. Okay, let me just start. I have seen that the thing can stay up to 2 years, so it's better for me to start now. So now, time is later, I want you to just make a decision right now and then continue what you do. So now, with what I'm showing you, when you want to check your this thing, you come up to this place. Go, we are talking about, those ones here now, but this one now, look at it. Now, I just did one registration on this one because I wanted to use it to show something. So now, that's why I did this one registration here. Now, if you look at it now, you see it here. This registration is closed. This person now invested 1,000, so it has shown, but it's supposed to, that the lowest you can invest is 100. Now, the personal sales supposed to be 500, but he did what the person that he registered, which is just one person, did 1,000. So as the person did 1,000, it has already covered the group sales. That means the person that you register have become a personal sales and a group sale. Can you get that? So now the next round, for it to start getting, it's going to turn to leader. This thing was happened today. This registration happened today. So that means tomorrow now, this account will become a leader. That means you now begin to see green, yellow. It's not green. Anytime you see green like this, green and green, that means it's filled up. That means it's done. So the next thing is for you to wait till tomorrow, the following day, for you to now change to the next rank. So it doesn't change. And if you change the next rank, that means that this account cannot earn level 1 commission. Are you getting? It cannot be earning first year. So that's the rank that is going, it becomes. So you now move to the next one. So every time you come, you want to check. There are so many ways to check to find out, but this is the fastest way to click. You now find out, okay, my personal sales, is it showing green? My group sales, is it showing yellow? If it's showing yellow, what remains? And then my own investment, what remains? So that you now know what to do to always move ahead. So we'll continue to do all that in our main group to show you what to do, how to do it, how to check it, and everything. As this thing happened now, okay, this is the commission that was made. And as it is made that commission now, based on this, on the 1,000, it can be withdrawn, or you send it back to this place for it to continue to work for you. But for me, I believe the best thing is for you to now send it back here, or you decide to withdraw. Whichever way you want, you can send it back. But for this one, I will send it back to the account so that it will start working from Monday. So that is just how it works. I think I can stop here if there's any need for me to say more, because there's too much to say. One thing is that there's so much analysis, there's so much research that we've made that is keeping us going to say this is something that, because cash flow system cannot stop in our community. That's one thing. People will always bring a cash flow system for people that they will use to raise money to put into crypto. It's something until a point where you feel, okay, I don't want to do it. I have all my portfolios here, I've blocked my coins here and there. But let me tell you, when you see a good cash flow system, you still want to be part of it in order for you to build more. Because if you have $1 billion in crypto, you need more, because I want to turn it to 2 billion, to 3 billion. It's the billionaires that we are going into. So we'll always have a cash flow system for our system, because part of our core values. And we'll always do that to research better, to give you what will help you to get to the next level. So boss, I have to allow you to talk now. So I have to then, so that in case if there's any question, I can now expand more. Over to you, sir.